Thanks for the call. The Associated Press has a story about the vice presidential candidates as they prepare for the debate. We'll show you that next. We found it on the internet. In the interim, we're going to take a telephone call. Sorry, we've got it on screen for you right now. Darlene Slipperville has written it for the Associated Press from Miami Beach. Jack Kemp sidelined the football metaphors and used a different sports term Sunday night to describe Bob Dole's debate performance against President Clinton. I think Bob Dole hit a home run, Kemp, the Republican vice presidential nominee and former NFL quarterback, told CBS television after the 90-minute debate. But looking ahead to his own face-off Wednesday week against Vice Presidential Al Gore, Kemp joked that he'd have a tough time. Gore spent Saturday and Sunday prepping at the Mote Marine Laboratory in Sarasota, Florida. Asked whether the presidential debate affects his strategy on Wednesday, Gore responded, "I don't know, but I think that the presentation of our plan for the future was so good by the president that those who watch this debate and will also watch Wednesday night, and I hope there will be some overlap, will hear some things that overlap." Back to your telephone calls. Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Thank you for that call. Next, we'll show you USA Today Online, their coverage of the debate. They've written and filed some debate stories, and you can see the headlines there. Debaters clash over vision. Candidates clash in debate dominated by charges over taxes and trustworthiness. We'll show you what they have to say about that. In this story, which was last updated at 12:54 Eastern Time, on the offensive in their first face-to-face confrontation of the campaign, Dole outlines an unsparing portrait of President Clinton, who exaggerates the truth and buckles to the interests of trial lawyers who contribute to his campaign. Clinton argues Dole has opposed popular federal programs from Medicare to the Brady gun control bill. Next up, another debate is scheduled for October 16th in San Diego. We're going to show you, let me tell you what we're doing. We're here for an hour now to take your comments from around the country, and we'll be mixing it in with some of the reaction that was heard from campaign officials, administration officials, and others in the Media Filing Center in Hartford, Connecticut. Next up, we'll listen to Haley Barber and George Stephanopoulos.
Tonight, millions of Americans gave this campaign their first serious look.
Spin room in Hartford, Connecticut, after tonight's first presidential candidates debate. Well, in fact, we have some polling results from the broadcast networks, which have been reported on the wire services and carried on the internet, all that media involved there. We'll show you this story that is on the internet, is filed by the Washington Post from the AP. Early today, CNN reported an instant poll it conducted along with USA Today and Gallup polling organization. They found that 51% of those surveyed thought President Clinton won the debate. It said 32% believed GOP candidate Bob Dole was the victor. CNN gave no other details, including the margin of error or sampling size. And another poll reported by Associated Press is one that says that, and the winner is Bill Clinton. We have it here in the studio. That's according to quick polls for CBS and ABC News. They indicate about half the debate watchers feel that the president won Sunday night's debate, while about 3 in 10 give Republican Bob Dole the advantage. The rest called the match a tie or were uncertain. But here's the line that might make it all make sense. 9 in 10 of those polled by CBS say the contest did not change their candidate preference. So the poll you call. Miami, your comments, please.
Yes, hi.
Good evening. Would you turn down the volume on your TV,
yes,
please?
Yes, I have. I think President Clinton did very well tonight, and he was positive as usual, and that Bob Dole was negative and acerbic like he usually is. And I just want to say one thing to those people that think Bob Dole is such a jewel of a man. From the first day Bill Clinton was elected, he said that he was going to cut his legs out from under him, and ever since then he filibustered everything that Bill Clinton tried to do, whether he agreed with it or not, just so that Bill Clinton couldn't have any success. And I think it's a tribute to Clinton that he was so good-natured towards Bob Dole after the way that man has been towards him. Thank you.
Thanks for the call. What you're seeing on screen right now is C-SPAN's web page, our page on the internet. And as you can see, we have an area right there where you can post your comments about tonight's debate. If you'd like to send it to us by internet, we'll look at them from time to time tonight and also use some of them tomorrow morning on our Washington Journal program. But back to your telephone calls, West Palm Beach, Florida. West Palm, go ahead, please.
That's all I really wanted to say.
Okay, thank you for your call. Wednesday's debate in St. Petersburg will be held in a facility called the Mojave Theater. There's the schedule for our program on Wednesday. We begin at 7 p.m. with a 2-hour debate preview. If you saw tonight's, it'll be much the same. We'll have people on the set, people live from the theater to help you understand the whole process. At 9 p.m., the debate begins. It's 90 minutes and a single moderator. And Jim Lara of PBS will be moderating this and the third debate in the series. And then at 10:30 p.m., a post-debate wrap-up with your telephone calls, scenes from the spin room, and some reaction from the audience. It's live Wednesday night from St. Petersburg, Florida. We'll show you the Mahaffey Theater in St. Petersburg, where the second in this series will take place, as some of the preparations were underway.
Relaxing and watching a football game while Gore was right on top of things.
Thanks for the call. Back to the internet for some of your comments which have come into us via our website. Here's a viewer in Garden Grove, California, who writes, clearly Senator Dole dominated the debate and set the agenda. The president spent most of the debate responding defensively to issues brought up by Bob Dole, who managed to cover every distinction on every issue in a statesmanlike way, while even sneaking in the topic of whitewater without really talking about it. I firmly believe that Dole has made big inroads across America tonight. And this from a viewer in Cary, North Carolina, who writes, the president won hands down. For those who believe Senator Dole, just take a good long look at his record. I think it is funny that so many people want to characterize Senator Dole as an honest man. His record speaks volumes. Look it up. And this, a draw. Mr. Dole's remarks to the young people of America were great, but he lacks the leadership ability to motivate. That's from Houston, Texas. And we're going to take a call from Traverse City, Michigan. Go ahead, Beaverton, Oregon. Jill Abrams from the Associated Press watched Ross Perot tonight as he made his post-debate appearance on CNN's Larry King program and filed this story about what she saw. Here it is from via the internet. Ross Perot said Sunday the presidential debate that he was excluded from was interesting to listen to, but neither President Clinton nor Republican rival Bob Dole talked about the real problems the country faces. It was interesting to listen to, Perot said on CNN's Larry King Live. My concern is that they never went to the core problems. The core problem is that we have two parties that control our government. He also said neither candidate really addressed the country's financial situation. Quote, we are on a financial precipice that we cannot let the country fall off of, Perot said. Back to calls, Lancaster, California.
Hi.
Sir, Mr. Nader. So far, no word from Mr. Nader. We don't think Mr. Perot is participating, but you will hear from Howard Phillips of the Taxpayers Party and John Hagelin of the Natural Law Party. And we'll keep a watch on that, but you'll see it tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's it for our coverage. Thank you very much for being with us. Appreciate those of you who participated or tried to participate tonight on very busy telephone lines. We'll be back on Wednesday night for the second in the series of these debates, the vice presidential debate from St. Petersburg, Florida. Again, our coverage begins at 7 p.m. with our phone lines open and a preview to the vice presidential debate. Now we're going to show you once again tonight's presidential candidates debate from Hartford, Connecticut in its entirety.